Hi everybody, it's Bart from Bart's Workshop, and today I have this Rockwell BladeRunner X2 tabletop saw. It's a pretty cool looking product. I looked it up online. I found it's very versatile. You can do so many different kind of cuts. You can cut wood, metal, plastic, aluminum, tile. It's a really cool saw. So I said, you know what, let's pick it up from the hardware store, do a box opening, and then start using it for my projects. Okay, so first I'm going to go over the box and then we'll look at the actual saw inside. The actual box, first of all, this box, the packaging on this box is really cool. I don't think I've seen any product to date that's this well actually packaged as far as all the visuals of what the saw can do and all the specifications and whatnot. I mean, you can see up front here, it shows you all the information about the BladeRunner. It is portable. Down here at the bottom, it shows all the specifications about the actual saw. Shows you the different kind of uses you can do on this actual saw. So that's really cool. This side here, again, shows you all different uses for the saw. So I mean, it's just the packaging is really well done. Rockwell, I haven't heard of the company before, but you know, looking at their website and whatnot, I think these guys have their stuff together. So it looks like a really good product. So let's look at the actual specifications of this saw. Okay, so the product number of the BladeRunner X2, their product number is RK7323. Okay, RK7323. So this particular saw runs on 120 volts at 60 hertz. Amperage is 5.5 amps, so that's a pretty powerful motor. The no load speed of the motor is 3000 RPM per minute. The stroke length is 3/4, so technically the movement of the blade. Table saw is, or the table size, sorry, is 15 3/4 by 17 inch, so technically the width and the height of the saw, or the depth, sorry, I guess. It uses T-shank jigsaw blades, so those are very easy accessible at your hardware store, or Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever you get your actual parts for, or your tools. Let's see what else we got here. So rip capacity 6 inches, so you can rip any piece of wood that's 6 inches. Cutting capacity for wood is 1.5 inches. PVC pipe is 1.25 inches. Ceramic is 3/8 of an inch, aluminum 3/8 of an inch, and steel 1/8 of an inch. Okay, the actual product is just under 15 pounds weight. So if I grab it, just flip this over. There's a handle here on the actual saw. You can see I can lift it and you can carry it around your tool shed or your job site, whatnot, pretty easily. It's not a very heavy actual product, right? It does come with a 3-year warranty from Rockwell, so they can help you out if you have any issues there. And you know, like I say, as far as the actual product itself, just looking at the box, it looks awesome, right? Let's, you know, tear it open and look at the actual saw. Okay, so got my trusty knife here. All right. Okay, some plastic, shreds of cardboard or whatever that is. So we have some pieces here. Cardboard. Here's the actual saw. Okay, and in the box. Alright, so let's see. Piece of cardboard. Alright, let's look at the saw itself. Okay, so the deck is made out of plastic. I'll just do that. So the actual deck is made out of plastic and it's got this metal insert here. It's a pretty smooth surface with some just leftover plastic there. Okay, very smooth surface. It does have a ruler here on both sides when you're doing rip cuts. Okay, So it does rips, scroll saw or scroll, crosscut, miter cut. So technically it's very versatile. Okay. What else do we have here? So there's a handle on this side. This side there's nothing there. This particular side, here's your actual power on off right there. Okay. And there's a key you can actually pull out for safety. So if you have kids in the house or in the shop running around, they can't turn this product off. You can just hide the key, and it basically locks it out. Here's your standard power cord. It doesn't have a ground on it. Okay, so there is no ground on this one, but should be fine. Just some information there about the saw. On this side here, okay, storage for your actual blades. Kind of snaps in, and this side also is empty, and then the back side, nothing there. Okay. The saw itself, it feels very solid. Like when I put it down on the table, it just grabs the table. It doesn't seem like it's going to move around when you're doing any kind of work. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the saw. I don't know if you can take a look at the bottom side here. So the power cord, there's the actual motor here, and the rest of it is just a frame of the actual unit. The feet are rubber. Okay. They look like they're pretty decent. Okay, so what else we got here? So here's the actual fence for ripping. So I'm just going to show it to you like this. So that fence technically slides into here. So that one loosens up. Okay, and there's a ruler here. Okay, that you can set for the actual rip cuts. So let's put that into there. Put this guard on here. Okay, so this is the guard on top, and that just fits in the back here. Okay, it snaps in. Okay, so, and this guard can also lift up. Okay. There's a hook up here for the actual vacuum cleaner. Here. Okay, so this is a guide that comes on this side. Okay, so if you're cutting wood, you can get a nice straight cut. Just follow the guide. Okay. There it goes. What else do we have here? Okay, so in this little bag, got some accessories here. Looks like the actual tube that fits on for the vacuum cleaner, and a screw and a couple other parts here, which I believe are probably for this part here to lock it down. Then we got some blades here, and a blade guard. Okay, don't need those. Instructions, and then your warranty card, registration card, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have aluminum blade. Okay, we have ceramic blade, wood cutting smooth blade, wood cutting scroll blade, and this is metal cutting blade. Okay, so all these blades technically all get stored in the bottom of the saw there, and it's ready to go. And there's also a little tool here when you're putting the blades into the actual saw itself. You lift that up. Now let's see here. I guess it doesn't matter, any blade will do. Let's do the wood one. Okay, so this little tool, essentially here's the actual blade. Put the tool on like that, and then there's a button. Let's just pull this off. Lift this up a little bit. First. Pull this part off. Okay, so here's my actual blade. just goes into the holder. You press the button and pull it back. Now you can put in your blade, let go, and it's locked, okay? So it won't actually come off. And when you're changing the blade, you can use the guard or you can use your finger, whatever you want to do. If you have a glove, put that on there, push the button, pull it back. Actually, I believe it should pop out. Shoots out. So watch yourself, okay? Yeah, so it's really easy to change the blades on this thing. Let's do it again. Pop it in there, and then push the button, put it into the actual saw. There you go. So that's locked up. And then this part here, again, that fits on top here. And then that's the actual guard we have here that you adjust depending on what the actual product you have. Just pull that up. What's the actual product here that you're going to actually cut, right? The reason why this part comes off is there's some screws in the bag here, so you have to put that up just to tighten this up. And then there's a little hand screw here they can tighten up, so it technically locks this part. And I believe you can loosen this up to technically lift it up and down depending on what you're actually cutting. So if I was cutting, I'm not going to cut this, but if I was cutting this as a piece of metal, I'd lift this up to the actual size, drop it down so it's hugging it, lock down the screw, and now you're going to be cutting that piece of metal. Okay. So there you go. Again, some just hardware here, the blades, warranty card. So this is your guide here, and with this guide you can actually, depending on what angle you set it here, if you have, let's say, a piece of wood here, you can actually cut it at an angle. So if you're doing any picture frames or anything that you need an actual angle, you can actually set your angle on here, and boom, you can cut your angles of your wood or whatever you want to do. So there's that part. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it. So this is the unboxing video for the BladeRunner X2 from Rockwell. Once I start using it, I'll start recording some videos and then I'll post it up with the actual full review of the product. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Nice and straight cut. Very nice.